Hey guys, it's... oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay. Shit. Let me put this on vibrate. Hey guys, I know it's been forever, but today we're going to talk about my tea update. This month I will be 8 months on tea. On the 26th. So right now I'm about 7.5 months on testosterone. Now, I know it's been forever since the update, and I've had a lot to do, and I've been doing a lot, and I actually moved, and I have a lot to fill you guys on, especially between that time span of, I don't know when my last update was, to like now. I'm gonna try to do this in 3 categories. There's gonna be physical, which is gonna be skin, acne, and hair. And then there's gonna be voice, which is the tone and how many times it's dropped so far. Sex, which is, you know, obviously, I guess people don't talk about this, or a lot of people ask me about it because not a lot of people do, is going to be clitoral growth and sex drive, and whatever else goes in that category. I'm going to talk about sex as in detail as I can. I don't know if anyone will flag the video. Please do not, because I'm doing this for educational purposes and reference purposes, and not so you can get your silly little pleasure off of it. So... physical changes. My skin is a lot drier and rougher, and I used to touch my face and be like, it's like an angel. And that was when I was pre-T. Now I touch it and I'm like, disgusting. And acne. Actually, I guess I'm kind of lucky. I didn't end up getting acne on my face at all. And this is the time when it's supposed to peak on your face. If anything, I have a lot of problems with ingrowns, because I'm actually growing hair here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, it's starting here, but it's there. It's actually all the way down here, but it's not dark yet. It's there, and it's like about that long, but it's not dark yet, and it's not thickening yet. It's starting to thicken here and kind of go inwards. So I'm getting the neck beard. I haven't been shaving because I have curly hair. I'm more prone to get ingrowns anywhere on my body. If I did shave my legs or if I shaved my face, I'd be more prone to getting ingrowns because curly hair tends to curl into the skin more often than straight hair. So I don't shave. If anything, I clean up a little bit, but I don't shave. Anyways, back to acne. If anything, it's gross. I know, it's super gross. I get it on my shoulders and on my back and the middle of my back. And sometimes if the binder is dirty, or like, I'm not wearing a binder today, so I'm just like freeballing it, but on days when I do wear a binder, I tend to sweat a lot because binders get really hot, and I moved to Texas, which is one of the things. So I did move to Texas, and it's warmer here, and it's actually humid here, so like I sweat easier, and so like, you know how that goes, like between your skin and the rubbing on it, you gain sweat, and it's gross, and blah, blah, blah. So what I do to kind of like counteract that is, as soon as I get home, I rip off the binder and like I try to take a shower and clean myself, just kind of so it won't get so bad. But I would say I have pretty, unlike mild, moderate, severe, I would say I have moderate to severe acne on my shoulders and on like across my shoulders and my lower back, because I've never had acne going through female puberty. I didn't get acne. I didn't get any of that. So for me, it's severe. At some points, I'll like wear a shirt and like it's so bad it actually hurts. So I think once I get a chance, I'll have to go to a doctor and get something for it. But apparently it's supposed to hit its peak at 1 year on testosterone and then start fading out. If you hadn't hit it by 1 year, you'll probably hit it by 2 years. It's different for everybody. I know that for a lot of people, if you don't get it on your face, if you're not prone in your family to get it on your face, you'll probably get the acne on your body. You know, it has its own pros and cons about it. You know, it's not on your face, people can't see it, but it is on your body. You're going to get acne in some way or another. It's gonna happen. I thought it wouldn't happen to me because I didn't get it. It doesn't run in my family, but body acne does run in my family. Face acne, not so much. Hair. I'm actually part Indian, not American Indian, but Mexican Indian. I'm actually fully Hispanic, and it's winter, so I'm pale. I haven't been in the sun, but so it's kind of a thing for like Indian people, like not in, like if you have Indian roots, you kind of tend to be less hairy. It's just like a thing. It ran in my family. All the men in my family weren't very hairy because we were all part Indian. Now, my calves, like my shins and all that, they're hairy, but they're not as hairy as they could be. And the hair's curly too. My knees and my thighs, the hair has definitely gotten slightly darker and slightly longer, but my entire leg is not, or whatever. Like my boyfriend's is. Like he's also trans, and if you look at my channel, there's just gonna be like a boyfriend tag with him in it, and it'll explain everything. See, he is not part of the same roots I am. He's half white, Polish, and then half Mexican from like, I think Oaxaca or somewhere around like Guadalajara or Jalisco. And so I don't know if they have indigenous roots, but I think kind of the Polish kind of like canceled it out or something. So he's hairy everywhere. Like, I don't even have hair on my butt, like, or anything. So it's like, from my butt down to my knees, it's like almost no hair, calves, lots of hair. My voice, obviously, my voice has been like the biggest thing. People I haven't talked to in a long time, I'll Skype and they'll be like, oh shit, what happened? It's so different now. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what happens when you start, hormone replacement therapy. But I would say I had my first drop, my first noticeable drop, not the whole, I think it's different. I think everyone has that placebo effect of their face is already square by day 2 or by week 1 they have like a full beard. Like, I think everybody goes through that placebo stage, and then by the time it really does start happening, they're like, oh, well, nothing really was happening those first couple weeks, but now they are. My first voice drop, I did start getting like a more hoarse voice around like a month. Like, it sounded like I was sick a little bit. Like I had the flu. It was still my old voice, but it sounded like I was sick. And I had my first real drop at 3 months, I had another one at 6 months, and just I think like a week ago, my voice started cracking again, and I had to lower my pitch. I couldn't talk at that higher pitch again, or my voice would keep cracking. So it basically forced me to lower my pitch. So my endocrinologist, she was awesome. She had tons of transgender patients, male to female, female to male. She worked in Hollywood, California on Sunset Boulevard, and she was my doctor, and she was super nice and super kind. And what she did is she said that, don't worry about your voice if it's not as deep as you want. You can do, there's also these things, you can do voice therapy because, men don't have the inflections and natural like pitch changes that girls do. So there's that. Or she's like, you can also just wait. Your voice should finish around 1 year. Like 1 year is when it's kind of gonna hit like maybe the deepest range. But 2 years, like over the course from your first year to your second year, it should steadily still go lower. You're not going to get a big fat drop, but it's still going to go down. So I would say mine has dropped about 3 times on this entire thing. It happened at 3 months, 6 months, and it's kind of happening again. And I do expect it to happen again at the 9-month mark. And that's pretty much how my voice has changed. If you do want to see how my voice sounded first, you can, I guess I'll put a little box probably right here. This is where I'll put it. You can go check out my first video and you will be floored, I bet, because I sound totally different. People hear me in old like home videos and they're like, that's not you, that is not you. Like, my grandma was living with me, so she didn't notice the voice change until we saw a video of us when we were in Paris, and she's like, is that your old voice? And I said, yeah, Grandma, I told you it's been changing. And she's like, wow. Like, she was impressed. Like, I guess she didn't want to accept it, but she does. Sex. clitoral growth, I would say, I haven't really been looking, but I think it's relatively stayed the same. I had the most growth at 3 months. Like 3 to 5 months. Like that's when I was really like, whoa, that wasn't there before. But it's kind of like steadily, either it's going very slowly or stopped is what I think. But that's pretty much how that's going. Sex drive. I've always had a really high sex drive. Like even pre-T I always did. But now it's kind of like tapered. It's not so much as like an incessive need. Like occasionally I get that thing where it's like you do get blue balls and you get hard and you're like, I need to do something, but you can take care of it. It's not horribly painful like it used to be around 3 months. That was just bad. Yeah, sorry for bad lighting. There's a lot of buildings in the way of my light. So, yeah. Toodles.